Making our own clay has been a practical and necessary part of our process since the earliest days of Pewabic. In the early 1900s, Detroit did not have a ceramic supply infrastructure, which necessitated making our own clay on-site with materials sourced directly from mines and industrial and pharmaceutical suppliers. Pewabic has used 3 clay-making systems since our founding, all made by the Patterson Foundry and Machine Company. The first was made in 1900 for the Stable Studio, before Pewabic even had its name. Another in 1907 when our current Pewabic Pottery building was completed. And finally, our current clay-making system was added in 1912 during the first expansion of our historic building, which continues to make our clay today. While this is not the fastest way to make clay, it is one of the best ways to achieve a consistent clay body, an essential component to a quality finished ceramic product. We start with the plunger mill, a large tank used to mix dry clay materials with water at a 1-to-1 ratio. The belt-driven paddles mix the materials into a liquid clay consistency known as slip. That mixes in this mill for 2 days. The slip is then pumped into the agitator tank, which is housed underground and can only be viewed partially. The agitator tank mixes the slip with belt-driven paddles to achieve a consistent texture, properly hydrating all of the clay particles and creating a more flexible clay body. The slip mixes in the agitator tank for several days before moving to the next step. The round rail filter press assists in removing excess water, making the slip into a usable clay body. The filter press consists of 36 canvas-lined chambers, sealed by a compression screw. When the slip is pumped in, the pressure entering the sealed environment will force water to pass through the canvas liner like a sieve, keeping the clay particles within, while the water travels through one of the 9 holes in the bottom of the filter press plate and down into the basin below. The clay sits in the press overnight before the compression screw is loosened and the chambers are separated. Each chamber produces a 40-pound flat slab of clay, and the filter press will need to run 2 times to process all of the slip created by a single batch from the plunger mill. The large slabs of clay are then removed from the filter press, ripped into smaller pieces, and fed into the pug mill, which kneads and compresses the clay, helping to ensure a consistent texture throughout. The soft clay is extruded into a long rectangular block and wheeled to the tile pressing studio to be formed into tiles. This multi-day process produces 2,800 pounds of clay used in our iconic Pewabic tiles.